Good evening, I'm Nashika, and this is chale.news. Tonight, Ghana makes a bold diplomatic move, turning away South Africa's president over xenophobic attacks on our people. Government officials are being questioned over a meth shipment that somehow cleared our own security, and $65 million meant to protect Accra from floods, gone. A lot happened today. Let's get into it. Ghana has formally rejected a state visit request from South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. A rare, sharp diplomatic rebuke over the xenophobic attacks targeting Ghanaians in South Africa. And it doesn't stop there. A group called March has now announced a July 10th enforcement sweep, with their leader urging residents to accompany police to workplaces and drug dens. Ghanaians in South Africa, stay away from targeted areas and keep your diplomatic contacts close. Full details on chale.news. $65 million. That's how much was supposed to protect Accra from flooding, diverted instead to COVID-19 spending under the Akufo-Addo government. The June 29th floods killed 34 people and displaced nearly 90,000. And because this was a World Bank loan, Ghanaians still owe the money back. Let that sink in. Government has now moved to demolish buildings in Damfa, Oyarifa, and Tessa that are blocking natural waterways, including apartment blocks built directly over a watercourse in Oyarifa. It's the first real enforcement action since those floods. Better late than never, but the timing stings. Interior Minister Muntaka told Parliament today that government officials are actively being interrogated over that methamphetamine shipment intercepted in Australia. Meth that somehow passed through Ghana's own security systems. His words, "A lot is not adding up." This is a national security story and an accountability story, all in one. Also from Muntaka's Parliament appearance, Ghana has destroyed the $350 million worth of cocaine seized from a sand-filled tipper truck at Cape Coast's Pidu Junction back in March 2025. Court order secured, video proof submitted, 3 suspects remain on bail. Ghana's Auditor-General has flagged 5.27 billion Ghanaian cedis in financial irregularities across government ministries and agencies for 2025. That's a 156% jump from last year's 2.06 billion Ghanaian cedis. More than 91% is tied to unpaid and mismanaged taxes. The entire amount is deemed recoverable, but first, someone has to go get it. 4 customs officers have been interdicted after 18 truckloads of cooking oil, declared as transit goods heading to Niger, were actually destined for the Ghanaian market, backed by forged documents. GRA's Commissioner General confirmed it today, corruption at the border in plain sight. China has opened its market, 0 tariffs on 100% of trade lines for Ghana and 52 other African nations. Historic. But analysts are warning, if we keep exporting raw cocoa and timber, more industrialized rivals will capture the real value. The opportunity is there, whether we take it seriously is a different question. The Dual Citizenship Amendment Bill, which had President Mahama's backing and cross-party support, has hit a wall. Ghana's Council of State has formally advised Parliament against passing it, meaning Ghanaians abroad with foreign passports will still be barred from becoming MPs, ambassadors, or military chiefs, a real setback for the diaspora. The NPP's Upper East region has launched a uniformed security unit, the Lions of NPP, with plans to go national ahead of 2028. This is less than 5 years after both the NPP and NDC signed an anti-vigilantism pact. Someone needs to explain how this is different. Good news for Ghana's disability community. The Mahama government has declared special needs education completely free, backed by a 100 million Ghanaian cedi fund. Education Minister Haruna Idrisu made the announcement today, a policy worth watching as implementation begins. About 1,300 applicants in Ghana's security services recruitment tested HIV positive during mandatory medical screening. The government did not notify them directly, instead offering contact details for voluntary counseling. That decision sparked sharp debate in Parliament today, and rightly so. At the National Justice Conference today, a man named Godson Glawu stood up and told his story, trafficked at 7 years old under the promise of school, forced to dive underwater for fishing nets. He watched his best friend die, a decade in captivity before his rescue in 2015. Today he's a qualified electrician and an advocate, and he's asking government to do more to protect Ghana's children. Powerful doesn't cover it. And we'll end on this. Ghanaian casting director Mawuko Kwadzi has been elected to the Global Chapter Board of Governors of the Casting Society of America, the first African ever to reach that level. Back-to-back Artios Award wins, and now a board seat. Ghana. represented. That's your evening digest. Every story we covered tonight has a full breakdown waiting for you at chale.news. I'm Nashika. Stay informed, stay safe.